Hi everyone, welcome to LovegLew Creations. I'm Felicia. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have a great design for you today. We're going to be making a beautiful tablescape, and I hope that you all will be able to follow along with me, get the same ingredients that I have, and make it for your Easter holiday. First things first, I want to show you all the ingredients for our tablescape. So again, this is Easter, so we're using flock bunnies, and we're using some really cute flock bunnies. Look at these. These came from AtHome. I have 3 of them. So we're going to apply these within our tablescape. So we have this big one that's facing the front, and then these 2 kind of facing the side. So they're going on the outside of the tablescape. I have some beautiful greenery that we're going to use. This came from Michael's. This is going to kind of be the grass. It's going to be like the bunnies are in like a meadow, a spring meadow. We're going to use some tulips. These, believe it or not, came from Ross. Okay, so don't discount, y'all, when you go into Home Goods, TJ Maxx, what have you, Ross. You can find stuff to use for wreaths, believe it or not. So that was exciting. I have more flowers that came from, these came from Michael's. Y'all, Michael's is having a really good sale. Jump in on that. And of course, we're gonna use some of this. I used this in my last tutorial as well. These were really cool. They're on sale as well from Hobby Lobby. So we have a mixture of items from AtHome, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Ross. And then we're going to use some styrofoam mats. So I have 3 of these, and I'll show you how we're gonna use these. You can get these from any craft store, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, whoever. And we're gonna use a piece of cardboard to help stabilize it. So let's see how this turns out. Let's wreath. All right, so I have my setup here on how I'm going to start by having a base for our tablescape. So what I thought was, my goal was to have one bunny on top, kind of looking out into the meadow, and then the other 2 bunnies on the side, like that one all of a sudden identifies something in the air and looks up, and the other 2 kind of start looking up while they're from eating in the meadow. So they're gonna be spread out just like this, and I wanted this piece of styrofoam to be on the top just to give this one a little bit more height. So my goal is the reason why I have this cardboard underneath is because I wanted something for it to be stabilized on. So once we apply all of our embellishments, we're gonna cut this board off. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and glue my styrofoam to the board, and that'll be our platform, which helps keeps it stable and prevents it from bending. Now, I could have used another, like a basket or something to put it in, a long basket to put it in and work from there as well. So either way, I'm gonna make sure all this is covered, and you won't even be able to tell that it's not in a basket. But if you wanted to do that, fine, you could have got a long basket type thing to hold it in and taken it from there as well. So either way. So to me, this is just kind of, it's going on the table or it's going on the bar, or wherever you're gonna put it, really on a fireplace, where it can look really, really nice as an Easter decoration. So let's go ahead and glue on our styrofoam. Make sure we have our glue in. And I have my glue pot going too. We're gonna need that today also. So let's just go ahead and start by gluing on our styrofoam base onto our cardboard. All right. So, and we want them spread apart a little bit. And what I'm gonna end up doing is probably using an X-Acto knife to cut away the excess cardboard that we don't want showing once I get all the greenery and flowers inserted and so forth. So we're definitely gonna have some showing, but we should be able to cut it out, no problem. All right, and of course this is different from my other tablescape. The other one we used Garland, but you know, we don't have any Garland out right now. It's Easter season. So we're gonna use what we got. Okay, so make sure those are a good amount apart. Make sure we have enough of a platform for the other 2 bunnies. All right. The great thing about styrofoam is don't really need a lot of glue. It's gonna soak into those spongy holes and stick really, really well. All right, so let's center that perfectly. Good. All right, let's give that a few minutes. Next thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and glue on our bunnies. So I want them, the two on the outside, I want them kind of on the edge as much as possible because I want to fill these spaces with the greenery, with the grass, flowers, and so forth. So these are flocked. These are just like the other bunnies that I used for my flocked bunny wreath. And the great thing about them is they are styrofoam, and which makes them easy to work with, easy to use and apply to your wreaths, to your tablescapes, to your baskets, whatever you're using. So I love the fact that they're lightweight and the styrofoam works really, really well and glues really, really well. And styrofoam to styrofoam, definitely. And I love that I love the green of these bunnies. So cute. I love the bow. I could have changed the bow, but I'm keeping it as is. All right, so we're gonna stick this one that way. So they're kind of just all looking out, being cautious, what's going on, any predators out there. All right, next, what I wanna do is, I forgot to show you all my garland. So we're going to apply this around the base of the wreath. The tablescape. I'm so used to making wreaths. All right, so this is a 6 size is this? I think this is a 6 foot piece of garland. I got this from Hobby Lobby as well. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put it around the base like this. And what I'm going to use is floral pins. They're gonna be dipped in glue and they're gonna be glued to our base, just like that. It's gonna go all the way around. So, and it fits perfectly around our design. If we need to fill in some gaps and add some more flowers, that's fine, but it definitely hides the cardboard. All right, so basically, all I'm gonna do, and I got these floral pins from Amazon, and I'm just going to dip them in the glue, and where the vine is, I'm going to stick the floral pins right in between the vine. So you see the vine here, and I'll just stick them into the floral pins into the glue, just like that. And then from there, they'll go in between. Can you see that? In between. Let me hold it this way. They'll go in between the vine, just like that, and into the styrofoam. So, and I'll make sure that they're cute. So these are going to be dipped in the glue, then pushed through the vine, and then pushed through the base of our bunny platform. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure that we have it perfectly to where we're using the inside of the vine. So you have to maneuver it, twitch it around, and so forth. So I love the fact that this garland has all these beautiful flowers on it. It has greenery. It kind of is a filler in itself. So there's not much that we have to do. And then we're going to fill these spaces with some of the green grass that I have, that I think is going to make it really look pretty and literally set the tone that these bunnies are sitting in a meadow on an Easter morning, enjoying early Sunday morning, early Easter Sunday morning. All right, so we're going to dip it in our glue pot, find the vine, and push it right through. Okay, so real simple, real easy. We're probably going to need something to help push it through because you don't want to burn your fingers. But get that through there really good, and already it's sticking really good. All right, I'm going to continue on around. I'm going to do one more for you all. So there we go. Find your vine and push it through, just like that. And it's just so simple, so easy. It's working out perfectly. There's not a lot that you have to do. And just twist it around and do all sides. Look how beautiful it looks. Looks really nice already. Any excess of this cardboard, We're gonna cut that off, so it doesn't matter if it's showing right now. We can cut that off later. All right, here is where we are so far. So I have secured the garland, this flowery, springy garland, all the way around the base of my tablescape. And I've secured it with floral pins that I stuck through the vine into the styrofoam base. All right, easy peasy, simple, and it's coming along beautifully. What do y'all think? I think it's this garland just added that perfect touch of springiness and flowers to it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the gaps with some of our flowery grassy picks. So I have white meadow grass, and again I use the same grass in these same greenery picks in my I don't know if you all had a chance to see my Easter garden, my Easter bunny garden, and it's really big. I showed it to you all on the last tutorial, and I really love this grass, so I tried to get as many as I could. This came from Michael's, and I just love how it really looks like grass, and it's got that meadow kind of look. You can actually sense or feel like if this was out in the wind, it would be blowing in the wind in the meadow. Give it that real life effect. I love how Michael's and Hobby Lobby's fake plants look so real life. That's what's great about it. So it really makes your design stand out as well. All right, so let's go ahead and start cutting some of these. So we're gonna insert them to fill in the gaps. And then from there, we'll add some more flowers, some Easter picks, and we'll be done. This one's easy, simple. We don't need a ribbon. We don't really need a bow, although some people beg to differ. Totally your choice, but I'm not gonna add a bow. So one thing to keep in mind with these, and these are the ones we call push-ups. Let's take that off, let's cut this down a little bit. So we don't need them to be super tall because I don't want them to cover up our bunnies too much. So I just want it to be, fill in the gaps, but not super, super tall. So I don't need to use a really long pick, right? So I may even just cut this one in half. So let's do that, because I need it to be more to the floor kind of grass, more to the ground rather. So there we go. So now I've cut that in half, and we'll just insert it into our styrofoam base. We're gonna dip it in the glue. Great thing about this is because it's the wire, it's gonna go straight in there just like that. There we go. See, you can see how it's already starting to look. Dip another one and just fill in the gaps. Just like that. You can already see it starting to look like a bushel of grass, right? I think so. Let's cut some more. I'm not gonna go through the entire ordeal for y'all to painstakingly watch me do each one of these. But you get the idea, right? Again, I am not going to make them super tall because I don't want them to cover up the bunnies, but I do want it to look like they're sitting in a meadow, in a grassy meadow, and they know exactly what they're doing because they can be hidden by the grass, and I think that's what makes it stand out. So let me do a couple more. Push these up. Let's see how we want to cut them in half, just so we don't have super tall spikes, but enough to cover up our styrofoam as well as make it look like they're actually in a meadow. And I love this grass. See the tops? I love that. It looks so real. Just like if they were in a real garden or a real meadow. Okay, all right. So I'm going to continue to do that. I'm going to fill in both sides and a little bit on the top bunny, but I want him to have some tulips and some of the Easter greenery, Easter picks that I have. All right, so let me go ahead and fill in some more of these with this, and we'll be right back. All right, so I wanted to come back and show you all what I'm doing. I think I found a rhythm here. So with these, there's about 8 leaves beaded onto this stem. So what I did was I took 4 and 4, cut it in half, and then that's what I'm using. So that way I'm staying with a pattern, and everything should look uniform. So you do 4 and 4. So here's another one. So we have our tall stem. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then 4 up here. Push those up. So you have 4 and then you have 4, and just cut it right there. And you cut it in half, and then that's what you're using to put and fill in your meadow. Okay? All right, so if you find these at Michael's, that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm doing it. And you'll get even stems. Trim this down just a little bit, and you'll get even stems. So they're not, like I said, not too tall. You don't want to cover up the rabbits too much, but it's perfect because they're not too tall, and they kind of make it more, keep that bushiness, but you can still see the bunnies. All right, just want to show you that. Okay, so here we go. Check it out. So far, so good. You can see we have the bunnies. They're in their meadow. So far, so good. So now what I want to do is add some tulips around the tall bunny. So again, I got these tulips from Ross, and they're so pretty and so full. So we're gonna cut each one individually. And I think I do want to use some of this, the leaves that came with it. Those are really pretty. So we want some of those as well. So let's figure out how we're gonna incorporate that into this tablescape. All right, so what do y'all think so far about what I'm doing? I know we probably could have tried, like I said, some other different type of method on how we're going to apply these to a tablescape, to the cardboard, to the styrofoam. And every way is different and unique in itself. So if y'all have another design concept or idea, use it. Don't, just because I'm doing this, you could try something different, or you could do one bunny in a basket. You didn't have to use all 3, or you can use as many as you want. So I just love how they were kind of unique in themselves. I love the fact that they have this green flocking on them. Just makes them look even more, I don't know, just kind of more exquisite. I like the color. You could even have used the other flock bunnies. We could have used the ones that I used in the tutorial with the flock bunnies. So I have some more still over there. We could have used those and had colorful bunnies in here. It would have been really cute. So either way, this is just the concept, right? So you could all take the same concept and do whatever, comes to mind. Finding bunnies, you could have used, what's really in? Mushrooms. Mushrooms are really in the spring. Maybe I'll do something with mushrooms later, depending on what I'm creating, but that's what's new. And you could have had a big mushroom, a couple of mushrooms, with a bunny or what have you. You could have put anything in here. So again, this is just the concept. You can take this design concept and make it your own. What I loved is that there were a couple of my subscribers who made the Christmas tablescape, and they sent me pictures and videos and everything. It was so cool. And if you follow me on Facebook, you would have been able to see, I posted them on Facebook as well. So it was just very, very flattering that you were able to, those that made the Christmas tablescape with the Christmas boxes, were able to find close to what I had used, or even found what I had used from Hobby Lobby, and made your own design. It was so exciting to see that. And thank you so much for those of you who shared that with me. So again, this is the same thing. Take the same concept and make it your own. Okay. All right. So now what I want to do is, I think I want to go ahead and put in some tulips around the big bunny, so we can add that flower effect. I do though want to capture these leaves. How pretty is that? So let's see how we're gonna make this work. All right, so cut it as short as we can get it, and let's see. So these are gonna be a little taller than expected, so I'm just gonna probably put 1, 2, 3 on each side. I think that's gonna work. So let's check it out. Let's go with it. Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna make like a triangle Get it in there as much as you can. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So maybe just two on each, one on each side, because these are pretty big. Cut them as low as we can get them, because we don't want them to really cover up our bunny, but we do want that effect. So I'm just putting it right on the side, just like that. Just squishing it down up in there. There we go. So there's Tulip. And what I'm probably gonna do is fill in some more grass around, but I wanna add some more picks. So I do want to apply some of our Easter picks. So we're gonna have an egg probably in the center of each bushy meadow and then some around our big bunny. All right, so, but what I do wanna do is I wanna add some shorter grass around here. So let's see how we're gonna do that. How we're gonna do that. So I have these picks and I can fill it in at the bottom. You know what, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna use the shorter picks and fill in the bottom of our big bunny. All right, so let's cut those. These also came from Michael's. Yeah, I know I do Michael's and Hobby Lobby a lot, but they always have sales, y'all. So you definitely gotta take advantage of it while you can. That's why these stores are there for us crafters. And then for those that, you know, eventually, if you're buying from wholesalers, you can get your greenery from there as well. But Michael's and Hobby Lobby just make it so easy to get what you need to do what you gotta do. And for those of you who don't have a Hobby Lobby or Michael's in your area, you can order online, and they do ship all over, so that's an option as well. All right, so I think that'll look nice if we put some of this greenery down at the bottom, just to help fill it in as well. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and start filling in with our white florals, just to lighten it up a little bit. Fill in the holes, and thank God for the green styrofoam, because it really helps cover up and help bring in the grassy effect, so you don't see, even if you see the green, you don't see that it's styrofoam. You think it's the grass. So this is turning out really pretty. I like experimenting. So again, I always just go with it when you're designing and developing. Just go with it. It'll turn out. If you have an idea in your mind, go with it. And once you get done, if you still like it's missing something, then get what it needs. Go through your picks, go through what you have already in your stash. All right, so this is turning out really nice. All right, so let's fill in the fillers. We're definitely gonna add some of these eggs and Easter stuff so that it, you know, brings out that Easter. Let's turn it around a little bit. All right. All right, I think I am gonna add some more grass behind the big bunny. So we need some fillers back there. Believe it or not, this is almost done. Simple, easy peasy. Doesn't take a whole lot. All right, so let me go ahead and add some grass. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add some more grass on the back side. Right here, we've got some holes, so I'm just gonna add it and have it come out. Plus I wanna fill in this part too. And we gotta do that on the front too. So we definitely gotta fill in. All right, so let's do that. So I'm gonna do the same thing. All right, so we're going to cut it 4 and 4. All right, and let's fill in the back. Same concept, it's just behind him now. Just like that. I'm gonna continue to do that and we'll be right back. So I filled in our the back of our bunny as well, but we're gonna fill it in with some more flowers and so forth. But in the meantime, what I wanna do is go ahead and add my Christmas pick of my Easter pick. I'm not ready for Christmas yet, you guys. We just got out of Christmas. All right, Christmas is on the brain, I guess. All right, so what I really want is the eggs, and they're on picks, and I want to use some of this greenery as well, and it kind of matches our garland, so I think that's going to be really pretty. So again, just pull it down, and look how pretty that is. Again, same pick that I used in my my flock bunny wreath. So, but I want the eggs out of this one. I want them to stand out. Probably could do this a lot better than what I'm doing, but all right, so really I wanted some of the eggs. I'm gonna put those inside around our bunny. All right, so let's get these taken off. Again, it's just tear down. It's a tear down kind of pick. Super easy. Easy peasy. Just like that. All right. So what I will do is once I add the eggs, I want to go ahead and I think I'm going to add some more tulips. All right, so let's take our biggest eggs first. We're just gonna insert them on either side. All right, so here we go. So you can see. All right, so cut it down a little bit. A little bit, and just stick them in where they can be seen. All right, so let's add our glue. Stick them in there. All right, there we go. There's one. Here's another one. Just cut it down a little bit. Let's get this one on the other side. Even it out. Cute, cute, cute. All right, we're gonna add another one. So these are a little smaller. So add like right in the front, so we can see it. Nice, nice, nice. That's coming along. I love it. Love it, love it. Have you ever created something and you're like nervous about it? You're like, oh my God, it turned out pretty. Perfect. That's how I'm feeling right now. So again, this was just designed in my head. I had the idea, I had the materials. I'm like, how am I gonna make this turn out the way I want it? So cute already. Cute, cute, cute. All right. Let's see, can we add? Yeah, I think we'll add some of this as well. See how pretty that is? So I have these right here, and I love these. I love that they're long and flimsy, and I think that would be pretty to add, but I don't know, I think I'm gonna stick with the tulips. We'll save these for something else. So let's go ahead and add some more tulips. So we're gonna cut them as low as we can in the stem, and we're just gonna add them in the back, just kind of even out. Let's get some of that glue off. Even out. Just like that. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Again, these came from Ross, guys. So, couldn't resist. And again, like I said, don't discount like home goods and stuff. You find some items and you're like, can that go in a wreath? What can that go in? Can that go in a tablescape? What can I use it for? And you just got to be creative, and it will work itself out. Because Ross and TJ Maxx and Hobby Home Goods, they're getting stuff that's the season as well. So seasonal items are out with them also. So they don't waste any time, because you know, during Christmas time, if you're walking through those stores, they have everything you could ever want for Christmas to decorate your house. The same thing is for spring and summer and so forth. So this is turning out really, really pretty. All right. Okay, so where we have some gaps and you can see the greenery, you can see the styrofoam, we're going to apply some small pieces of flowers around. So this is where these come in handy. So we're just going to pick these off and fill them with flowers. And if you have small flowers anywhere other than, you know, it doesn't have to come from it could come from any greenery, whatever you could find. Or you could also use, you know what you could use? Moss. You can use moss to cover up those areas also, so you don't see the styrofoam. So that would work also. So what I'm going to do is, and I think I want some more eggs. I want some more eggs. So we're gonna cut this egg. Then I'm gonna use, I have another pick, and we're gonna pull the egg from that as well. So we'll have about 3 eggs on each side. Just like that. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna bring this one to the front. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Burning myself. All right, let's do this again. Let's bring this one to the front a little bit. There we go, so we can see it really well. Okay, pick off your glue, because I'm using the glue pot, so it leaves strings. You gotta work through that. All right, let's get another egg. So we need a yellow. So let's pull this one down off of this pick. I love these picks. I love that they have all this variety in it. So this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this from Hobby Lobby. Usually you find stuff like this at Craft Tex. And yes, did y'all notice I didn't say anything about Craft Tex in this design? Did not go to Craft Tex. This all came from Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and of course, Ross. There we go. All right, so far so good. Looking really nice. So let's check things out. Let's see where we need to put fillers. Taking off all these green bristles. All right, so we got to put some fillers. So this is what I'm doing, so you can see. So I want to fill in where the bunny is. You can see the styrofoam. I'm going to add some flowers around him. That's going to help cover up the styrofoam, just like that. Can you see that? All right, so just kind of covering up the styrofoam. And in the back, what I'll do is I have some more flowers that I can just glue on in the back as well. So now that you saw that, let me go ahead, since it's glued in really well, can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish that, and then we'll work on the back. All right, so we're almost done, but I wanted to show this to you. Oh, look, so back side, you can see that we can still see some of the styrofoam. So what I have is that garland that I used to go around the perimeter of the base of our design. I had some more. So what I'm going to do is just cut off some of the flowers, and I'm just gonna glue them on to the back of the base. And again, your garlands, you guys, these are awesome to use as picks. Perfect, even if it's like a Christmas garland, the amount of picks you can get off a garland, that's something to keep in mind as well. So that's a tip for you guys. Garlands, sometimes they can be expensive, but look at how much you get off of them. And it's so pretty when you get the ones that are real looking. So let's go ahead and I want the flowers. And I'm just gonna glue them right on where we show green showing from the styrofoam. So just put some glue on our flower and stick it right through the styrofoam. Just like that, easy peasy. Give it a moment to stick. And of course they didn't have stems that were strong enough, so I gotta make sure that they glue on really well. So let's just hold it for a second. Give it a moment. All right, good. Let's go on to the next one. So we'll cut off a flower. Just like that. There we go. And we're covering the styrofoam. And just stick it on there, hold it for a little bit. Give it a moment to dry. The stem is flimsy, so it's not gonna stick in there, which is not what we're looking for, but that's okay, it'll work. All right, you know what? I'm going to use, our floral pen. Let's do that. No, I didn't think of that from the get-go. There we go. Perfect. Now, all right, let's do some more. Got our flower. These are beautiful, beautiful roses. So pretty, so springy. Got our floral pen. Run it right through. Stick it right in there. And I'm just going to fill in. See how that's looking so far? Oh my God. So pretty. I love it. How pretty is that, y'all? Doing exactly what I wanted it to do. So add some glue just to help it stick. Floral pen in our glue pot. Thread it right through, just like that. Can you see that? See, I got it threaded through. We're just going to stick it through. Just like that. Okay. And we'll do one more so that we have an even number of. We'll just use what we got. Okay. Gotta use another rose. It's all right. It's all right. We just need a small one anyway, right on the edge. Okay, see, look, let's take off. Oh, we can leave the greenery, just adds to it. All right, let's glue that and our floral pen. So just so you can see, I'm still using the floral pen. Putting some glue on the flower just to help it stay. Dipping the floral pen in the glue pot, getting some glue on it, running it through, sticking it. Ouch. All right, just like that. There you go. Now, it's covered up from the front to the back. Nice and full, like they're actually sitting in a spring meadow. I love it. Love it, love it. Turned out really pretty. So let's look at the front. So there's our bunny and his eggs and his friends standing around. And this turned out beautifully. I love it. So the final piece is, how do we get rid of this cardboard? So I'm just going to take an X-Acto knife and cut around the perimeter, and wherever there's still pieces of cardboard showing, we're just gonna cover it with flowers. Why not? More flowers, more grass. That's what we have this for. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna start cutting to eliminate some of the excess. And I got this piece of, you can use any kind of cardboard. This was at Hobby Lobby, it was $1.99. And like I said, I could have used a basket or what have you, but I was like, you know, and look, it's stable. It's on this cardboard and it's stable as all get out. So let me cut off this extra piece here. And you guys, we are done with our tablescape. I'm just gonna fill in where we see cardboard. I'm gonna glue some flowers there. So let me cut off the excess cardboard from this side. Careful not to cut your flowers. Okay. All right, so where I see cardboard, I'm gonna use the rest of this garland and I'm just gonna fill it in. I'm gonna fill it up with flowers at the bottom and we will be done. So let me do that and we'll show you the final design. It turned out very pretty. It looked beautiful. Might put this on my table now. This is gonna be in my Etsy shop. So feel free, check it out. I have everything that, from my tools to my, my social media accounts and so forth, that's all linked below in my description. So feel free to, of course, watch the tutorial. I have more tutorials for you all if you would like to purchase them from my Etsy shop, as well as my wreaths and so forth. So everything that you could ever need or want or use what I'm using is right at your fingertips in my description. Let me get these cardboard pieces filled in with more flowers and we will come back with the final reveal. Okay, it's done. Here we go. And believe it or not, it's light as a feather. Here it is. Ta-da! How does that look? OMG. Looks really, really good. And look, I filled it all the way, even around the back. Look at the back, how pretty that is. See? Get out those. See the glue strings? I'll get all that cleaned up. And anywhere where there's cardboard showing, I'm gonna cover that up as well. So I'm probably gonna use moss for that to make sure that everything's covered. But you can see every element. The bunnies on each side, the bunny in the center, so cute. I think it looks perfect with the tulips, the roses, the grass, the greenery. Perfect for your table or bar or fireplace or wherever. All right, okay. All right, so thanks for tablescaping with me. Thanks for wreathing with me. And y'all have a great week. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Everyone else, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.